aspects that are surrounding us and affecting us for this week, March 6th through the 12th. And this week we have so much energy that is surrounding the idea of endings that lead to new beginnings. We have a lot of energy out there astrologically in the skies that's helping us to intuitively look within, see what needs to change, and how to make those changes work ourselves. Okay, and that's through the power of our own intuition. And so that's what we got going on for the whole week. A lot of it revolving around these endings that lead to new beginnings. And so this week starts out on that note with some energies that are carrying through from last week. Okay, one of the main ones, of course, being the Venus retrograde. This is going to be an underlying current for all of us in the next 40 days. This just started yesterday on March 4th, and it goes through until April 15th. And Venus is our planet that focuses on anything that brings us harmony and beauty in life. It's about love and it's about money. That planet is all about the two. And it's not only just about the love that we have in the relationships with others. It's also about the love that we have for ourselves, how we take care of ourselves, how we organize our minds and our lives and ourselves so that we operate in complete harmony with those around us. When Venus goes retrograde, it's a pretty awesome time, okay, because this doesn't happen every year. This is a every 2 years to 3 years occurrence when Venus retrogrades. And when it does, it gives us a chance to look back. Okay, retro, right? We're looking back at how we act in terms of how we love ourselves, how we take care of ourselves, how we take care of others, how we love others, how they love us, how that balance works. And it's not just about love. It's also about money as well, right? How are things balanced when it comes to the world of our finances? And so Venus retrograde gives us that 40-day cycle to put those things into perspective, to review them, and make the changes where necessary to work on them after the retrograde cycle ends, okay, on, ironically enough, tax day. I think it's so, I love the humor of God, I must say that again, and the way that the universe works in such perfect sequential order like a clock. I tell you, the gears of a clock. How cool is this, right? That this year's Venus retrograde, this year revolves around Venus. The idea of bringing these areas into harmony for us is the main current of idea and change and hope and inspiration for 2017, these new beginnings. But how cool is this, that God would make this happen in the time frame when it's Lent, right? And it carries that same idea. It's about bringing our self-focus, our discipline, our ability to abstain from something so that way we can ultimately make a sacrifice that brings something better and new into our lives in the end, right? We've got that starting out the week. We've got that carrying through the next 40 days. And what's interesting is that we also have another energy that's kind of pulling this together, helping us to look within. It starts out today. This is the Sun and Mercury superior conjunction, they're calling it. And this happens in the sign of Pisces. And when the Sun, which represents our self, our power, when it aligns with Mercury, which is our mind, our planet of thought, in this beautiful sign of Pisces, this intuitive sign of Pisces, our intuition becomes extremely sharp. We're able to compassionately talk with others. We're able to connect with the Spirit of God, our own unique Spirit of God that we have. We're able to connect with that a little bit deeper and listen to our intuition a little bit more than following the logical mind. That's also an underlying current to 2017. It's the year of thinking with the heart, right? Venus is the heart. We're thinking with the heart and not the logical mind so much this year, right? It's about what makes us happy. That's what the eclipses are bringing us. We just came out of an eclipse cycle that ended last week. That has to do with that. What makes you happy? What needs to be done to make this happiness grow? Okay, 2017 is going to bring it. So we've got this superior conjunction that starts out the week. It's considered a superior conjunction because Mercury, the planet of thought, is operating on all cylinders. It's flying fast. It's not slowing down, getting ready to go into one of its retrogrades when communication lines are broken down and our mental process seems to be a little bit lacking. we're going on full cylinders. And the best thing is because it's in Pisces, we're able to follow our intuition a little bit stronger than we normally would. And when we do, it brings us wonderful things, wonderful ideas, and amazing guidance from God to help us fix these problems, right? The Venus retrogrades bringing into focus, making us happy. Now, what's great this week is that we also have a couple other things too that are going to be happening in terms of us being able to really find that motivation and the ability to stick with things to make it change. Okay, let's say you don't need the retrograde to tell you what needs to change. You're ready to start working on it now. Well, this is the week when we have a lot happening with Mars. And it may kind of be frustrating because you really can't act. I'm telling you right now, you may feel the need to act, but it may even have to be until after the Venus retrograde. I guess it depends. You're going to have to follow that intuition, right? That superior conjunction's telling you what to do. So you're going to know one way or another what I'm saying here. But let's look at what Mars, the planet of motivation, is doing. It's moving into a new sign, okay, on Thursday the 9th. And it's moving into Taurus. Now, see, Taurus is an earth sign. It's the slowest moving of the signs. It's very methodical. It's very practical. Think of your Taurus friends, right? They're the same way. They are the bull that kind of holds into the ground and resists change, okay? They want to be traditional. They want to be able to think things through and make a good plan before they act, okay? Now, when Mars, that planet that's so impulsive and it wants to go and it wants to blaze trails and it wants to get things done because it's so darn ambitious. When it lands into this sign of Taurus for 6 weeks, it's not a very happy camper. It's a good thing though, because we're using this Venus retrograde time to look, to create the plan. Taurus is happy about that. It wants to have a good structured, stabilized plan to get moving. We've also got Saturn this week, working along with that Mercury that helps us to go into our intuition. Saturn helps keep us grounded, keeps us stable. It's like stable. It's like the stabilizing hub of a wheel. Okay, we've got Saturn kind of reining us in this week too, making sure that we don't make too many flying off the handle decisions. Okay, now when Mars goes into Saturn, it can cause some anger and frustration because we really are forced to slow down and make those plans, right? Energies are behind us to really make the right ones, and you're going to know intuitively when to act, okay? Now, the benefit to this slowing down process is that it gives the ability to have the follow-through, okay? This is the time when you say, I want to change my diet habits. This is what I need to do to fix it. We call on Archangel Jophiel, the angel that helps us beautify our mind. She's the angel of Libra. She's the angel of the year, angel of Venus. She's going to come through and help you beautify your thoughts first, right? What goes in comes out idea, right? You know what I mean. Same idea. She's going to help beautify it in here, organize the thoughts right, and help us to restructure things so we can take better care of ourselves, right? Coming up with a plan. She's going to help us do that, right. So there's a lot of that ability to follow through though. Okay, because Mars isn't just going to impulsively go into some crazy diet or something. You're going to think it through, and you're going to think of something that logically works a lot better for you. And you're a lot more motivated to get that job done and to have it done efficiently, because you're just kind of tired with things being thrown into it half-assed. Sorry, that's the best word I can come in with. This is where it changes. This is where this retrograde cycle changes. And what's really interesting, too, is that at the end of the week, on Sunday the 12th, we have the full moon in Virgo. And it's interesting with this axis of Virgo and Pisces because it focuses so much on the body and the spirit. It's the axis between the two. And really, they work so much in unison, right? Mind, body, spirit. This is that axis that gets brought into focus in this full moon cycle. Full moon cycles represent endings, completions, right, of a cycle in our life that we're ready to change. Where are you finding that you need those endings in terms of how your mind, body, spirit connection works, right? If you put horrible foods in your body, you get horrible things out. You put horrible substances in your body, you get horrible mindset that comes out. And ultimately, it kind of jacks up the rest of your life, right? Those things get brought into focus, and you can put that into this full moon on Sunday. Very powerful one to really bring a completion to that. Focusing on that link between the emotional health and the physical health, right? And if this is something that you're ready to change on a physical scale, all right, if it's for your body or if it's for your work, this is going to be the best full moon, one of the best full moons of the year to put that out there. You're not happy with your career. You're not happy with your job. You want to change it. You want to end a cycle. Virgo deals with daily life. It deals with our work. It deals with our body. It deals with our ability to function in that line between the emotional health and the physical health. That's what gets brought into focus at this time. So you want to dump some things, dump it into the full moon this week. And get yourself out there too, right? Because I think it's great for all of us to detoxify this energy. We're still shaking off the remnants from all of this crazy, crazy, crazy energy that happened through the solar eclipse cycle in February, all right? And it's really forced us to purge things that happened last year in 2016. So let's get ourselves out there, right? Let's drink some more water this week. Let's do one little tiny thing like that to help better and make the energy flow in us better and get out in that moonlight on Sunday to really, really bring into focus that mind, body, spirit connection. So, yes, with that, let us do a reading for the rest of the week. This, with my cards and with my stones, synergy reading for the rest of the week that focuses on what else they want us to keep in mind as we look to endings of cycles and beginning of new. Before I do that, I'm going to take a drink of my tea. So, detoxifying tea, right? Okay. So what I've got here is I got my little tiny Grandma Chapko, my maternal or paternal grandma, random little box that she gave me with one of the things that she wanted for me to inherit when she passed away. And I put my archangel stones in this, and a lot of times I use my big box of stones to kind of pull from one and see what energies are working with us, what angels are around us. This week I felt pulled to pull the little Grandma Chapko box that I take places with me always if I have to do a reading on the fly, right? So this is the one that's coming to me. Let's see what angels are going to be helping us this week as we move into this energy. So let's see. That one jumped out. Isn't that funny? Because this is the one that I had to pull a separate one out for. Well, it's obviously Archangel Gabriel, that angel that brings us messages, okay? She is the angel for Gabriel. And this week, Mercury's got a lot. Did I say? I didn't say it. Gabriel's the angel for Mercury. Sorry. Mercury, of course, being the mindset, communication, bringing messages through. And remember, we said this week that not only is Mercury making that wonderful superior conjunction with that Pisces sun to strengthen our intuition and help us follow our intuition, which leads us to better results, it's also going to be making a connection with Saturn as well, okay? Now, in that process, I didn't mention this before, it's a bit of a somber energy that happens. So you'll find that maybe towards the end of the week with all of these thoughts that are weighing on you, a little bit somber, a little bit depressive energy almost actually too. Ultimately though, it helps us to create that structure we need to make the changes, okay? But so definitely Archangel Gabriel is coming through this week, bringing a message in one of these areas, okay? Helping us to break those cycles, breaking those cycles. So all right, Archangel Gabriel, what do you need to tell us this week? I feel like I need to shuffle this 6 times because that is harmony in the world of numerology and astrology, and also the 6th house rules Virgo, bringing into focus that mind and body and the connection between the two, and especially spirit, as we have this Pisces energy as well. In this full moon cycle. Wow, really strong. Okay, here we go. Okay, Okay. Isn't this interesting? Yet another messenger card. I'm going to pull another one here in a second. Right now, literally. Okay. So, how cool is this? We've got the messenger angel, Archangel Gabriel, coming through. That's the angel that came through to Mary and said, hey, you're going to be having a baby, by the way, and it's God's baby. I mean, what kind of message is that, right? That's the angel that brings these messages through. Angel of children, too, by the way, for people that are having issues with their children this week. She's surrounding you and help bring insight with how to communicate with them more effectively to bring some cycles to an end. Sorry. Woo, getting off on a tangent. This is a card of more messages. This is a card of communication. It's in the air suit. It's in the swords. suit. If you're familiar with tarot, this is the same idea. Now, what this one is that a message comes through, and it may come through in a way you weren't expecting. Okay, it may be somebody that comes through with a sharp tongue and says it in ways that are cut and dry. You may be the one that's doing this message bringing in the cut and dry way. Know that even though the message itself might not be very tactful, it's very well needed. And it challenges you for a reason. It challenges that other person for a reason. And it's the truth, right? Truth is coming through, and there is a message coming through this week for all of us, how to make that work. Ultimately, there may be a delay in our plans as well. This is especially true of Mars going into Taurus, slowing things down. We've got the Venus retrograde slowing things down. So I think yet again, they're just reminding us that things may not be coming as quickly as we anticipated, but to keep in mind that the main message that they're coming through is the Three of Cups card. This one has to do with happiness. It ultimately is going to bring some happiness, which leads to a celebration. This is a card of weddings. This is a card of graduation, moving to the next phase. Follow that intuition. Follow that guidance. Follow that message, right? Ask for Archangel Gabriel to bring those messages on those beautiful golden wings that she has. And let's see what chakra card we're going to pull that with it too. Okay. Kind of get a little bit more insight on that. So I'm going to do this 6 times for real this time, because I think I got a little crazy with it the last time. And what do you need to tell us, Gabriel? Ooh, that one's strong, right through my heart center. Okay. Release. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? How beautiful is this in this week of release? Because that's what the full moon is about, right? It's the completion. It's releasing what we don't need, and it's about moving forward. The message is going to come through. You are going to know without a doubt, I do believe, by the time this full moon cycle comes this week, what in fact does need to be released, okay? And though that message may come through in ways you weren't expecting, and they may be a little bit strong and a little bit intense, listen to the message and know that God ultimately has a celebration in store. And so, my wonderful, beautiful friends, if you happen to have a tiger's eye this week, that's also what this stone is. It helps us to peel through those layers, to see things more clearly, and to hear the messages and to communicate from our throat center, and to hear as well. Get that tiger's eye out, right? Put it at the third eye, put it at the throat chakra, and know that God is bringing us some wonderful things. So everyone out there, have a wonderful